Hey Capricorns, it's Heather here with Empress. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your August overall general spread. It's going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in Capricorn. And if you're cross-watching, welcome. You could definitely resonate with the Capricorn's energy that's pulling through. As always, take what fits, leave what doesn't. Don't try to force things. There are a ton of amazing readers out there, so if it doesn't seem to be for you, feel free to click on one of the links or videos down below. And with that being said, guys, we're just going to go ahead and hop right into it. All right, so what can we get for Capricorn? I have a couple that want to flip out, but what can we get for Capricorn? Okay, so we have the Sun, Son of Pentacles, Daughter of Swords. Okay, so I feel like these two together right now, actually all three, I feel like are equated with the Sun card right now. I feel like you guys are in a period of not only trying to find what happiness is for you and trying to find, really the light at the end of the tunnel, the happiness past everything that you've been going through, what you've been dealing with. Because I feel like a lot of Caps have been going through the ringer emotionally. Energetically, you guys have been in an epic clusterfuck. I'm just going to say it because, with all these planets going on, a lot of retrogrades, a lot of things hitting Cap energy right now. And then you have that Cancer North Node, which is opposing Cap energy too. There's a lot of digging and healing and soul deep revelations. So I feel like you guys, with this Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, you could be wanting to communicate with someone about happiness. Maybe happiness between the two of you, maybe the joy someone brings into your life, maybe someone comes in and, expresses that to you, that... really that you kind of light up their life, or you're with someone, or you come across someone that really lights a fire inside of you. It doesn't have to just be romantic. It can be friendships. It can be family. Take it as it resonates. Someone that really ignites and brightens your day and just brings your soul and uplifts your whole vibration. Nine of Pentacles. This is willing to put in the work, which, of course, Capricorns, you guys are always willing to put in work, right? If anything, it's getting you guys to stop putting in so much work. But I feel like you're willing to put in work when it comes to your happiness, your communication with someone, maybe about maybe a potential relationship, to be honest with you. Maybe a potential connection or potential... because Nine of Pentacles can be a lot of... It doesn't have to just be entrepreneurial, but things where you're starting out as apprenticing. Things you're really starting from the ground up, trying to build, trying to put work into. So you could be communicating and doing something you're really passionate about that has to do with communication. Maybe talking, speech, writing, social media, things like that. Let's see what else we can grab. Because I want to see what's falling after this Nine of Pentacles. Because I know Two of Wands, okay? Heading in a direction. Five of Cups. Okay. So I feel like a lot of you are working on... Oh man, your soul direction right now, but it's really sad because, it feels like you guys have been in a very depressive state, to be brutally honest. Because that Five of Cups right now feels real heavy. It doesn't feel light. It doesn't feel like you're moving on from it. It feels like you're carrying some things with you that probably still need to be healed. It could be something that's really throwing off what direction you're heading into, making you second guess where you want to be, what choices you're going to make. You could still have some emotional wounds or a loss of a relationship or a connection or, friends, family. Again, some kind of loss that you've had. I want to say within the last couple of years. It could be a little bit longer than that. But some kind of loss that you've had or undergone has really made you question what happiness is for you, what you're going to build your life on, what you're heading towards. And if this is particularly like a career for you, I feel like you lost yourself in something and it didn't pan out the way that you'd hoped. You put your heart and soul into something when it, pertains to work or job or whatever, or even a relationship, and it didn't pan out the way that you'd hoped. Because that Five of Cups is really looking back. It's that nostalgia. It's that moment of feeling overwhelmed. And with that Two of Wands, it's like you guys, I feel like you're trying to make a decision whether or not you're going to leave that connection or feeling or emotion or wound or issue behind, or if you're going to take it forward with you and transform it. Because some of you will probably be healing and dealing with it. Mother of Wands, So it could be with a... Okay. We have Mother of Wands under the Sun. So definite fiery energy. Sun cards, Leo. Mother of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sag energy. You could be dealing with a fire sign. You could have fire in your chart too. Or you could just be really passionately inspired right now. For some of you, maybe the connection that was missed or something that was lost that really threw you off course was with a fire sign. Three of Swords, Five of Wands, and the Hangman, because the Hangman came out last. So you definitely are feeling a disconnect when it comes to the situation. It's either leaving something really put you in a state of losing the passion, losing the fire, losing the ambition, losing the motivation. It could also have been put you in a state of standstill where you're going through some kind of dark night of the soul situation. Because Five of Wands is about, energy is coming in. It's discombobulated. It is fiery, fighting. I don't want to just say aggressive, but it feels like internally everything's going wrong. Like there's so much going on. There's so much happening that you can't get your bearings. There's so much chaos. There's so many feelings stirring inside of you. And I know wands are particularly, feelings to most people. Usually that's cups. But for me, wands are feelings a lot of the times because you have to feel in order to be passionate. In order to be that passionate, that on fire about something, passion comes from feeling. It comes from an emotion. And a lot of fire signs, you guys take charge, but you're very passionate because you're very emotional. And that's okay. A lot of people overlook things like that when it comes to fire signs. So if you're dealing with a fire sign, they could very well be heartbroken over a situation, battling back and forth inside their body, inside their mind. If this is you losing some passion because of a situation, you're going through a really deep, dark night of the soul kind of situation right now. You could be getting communication when it comes to this heartbreak, this, really this knife in the back, straight through the heart. Because it's falling under that Page of Swords. Or you could have someone that's really observing and watching you that is going through these feelings right now. Son of Pentacles on the Five of Wands. So this is working through the chaos. This is working through the turmoil. Maybe some of you are working away stress or emotions or situations, busying yourself. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are staying busy right now. Hangman under Two of Wands. So like I said, literally just said, the Five of Cups for that Two of Wands is you, because of the situation, not knowing which way to go. Not knowing if you want to take it, if you want to leave it, what you want to do. So Hangman comes in here, and Hangman's all about suspending yourself. It's not taking action. It's really sitting back, looking at the big picture of things. I feel like this is all based around your happiness and what you want in your life, what you want to build your life on. And a lot of you, I think, are up in arms about this connection because you don't know if you want to take this forward. Because it feels like there's a lot of chaos, turbulence, back and forth emotions. Yes, it can be passionate. Yes, it can be on fire, but it doesn't always mean it's healthy. Sometimes it can be toxic. Take it as it resonates. If you're in a really awesome relationship with someone that's just super passionate and y'all just batshit crazy for each other and there's so much passion and, shit happened in the past, but you're moving forward, power to you. If you're dealing with someone that could possibly have been very toxic when it comes to things and maybe they brought a lot of chaos into your life, suspend. Don't jump to anything. If anyone decides to make a comeback in the month of August, I would say to suspend, to sit, to silence, to be still, to go within, to look at the big picture of things, to really look at how you were being affected or what you were being put through in a situation. Let's see what else. We got Three of Swords. You got the Lovers card. Yeah, making decisions. The Lovers is a yin and yang connection as well. It's masculine and feminine. This Mother of Wands energy, if it's not particularly a fire energy, because for some reason I'm getting a feminine energy off this. So, maybe this person, again, they were a lot of chaos. It's like they couldn't, up and down, left and right, east and south, like they just couldn't find direction. And I feel like that brought a lot of heartache to you. I don't feel like they were necessarily malicious, but I feel like a lot of heartbreak was brought to you because this person was trying to really figure their shit out and they couldn't. Maybe they had a lot of things they needed to heal. So with that, either you left them behind or they had to make a decision to leave you behind to work on their own shit. You have the Lovers under that Five of Cups, so of course you're going to be taking that with you. Of course you're going to be feeling this way. That's the Lovers card. That's the one that mirrors your soul. That's yin and yang. It can be 11-11. It's definitely someone that makes a huge impact when it comes to your life. They really change your direction. You know, they do. And with that, of course, you're going to focus on the cups that are spilled, the happiness that's been lost by having to leave or being left, because that's a strong connection. That's not the kind of connection you see every day. But with the lovers' connections, a lot of the times, it does require divine timing. And it comes down to separation and growth a lot of times too, as much as people don't want to hear that. But Capricorns, you guys are generally pretty good about that because you're all for growth and pushing forward and working hard. So you get it. I mean, a lot of the times it comes down to growth and timing. You know, it's waiting for your ships to come in. It's just waiting on the right time. Father of Swords on the Six of Swords. Yeah, so this is definitely contemplating either what you left behind in this connection, what you were forced to leave, or, you know, again, being left behind, and whether or not, I'm going to have to get more cards because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but I'm feeling like it's whether or not you want to go back or whether or not you want to reconnect with someone. Because sixes are healing too. So the choice that was made to leave something behind was beneficial. It was healing. It did birth new things. I mean, look at this card. I love the Six of Swords. It's probably one of my favorites. Because usually it's about, you know, heading out for more, you know, calm, serene waters, leaving behind turbulent waters. But this is literally about cutting ties, making decisions to leave because growth was necessary. That Father of Swords, that's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. The Father of Swords is very discerning. Very discerning. You can just tell by the silhouette. It's very discerning. It's sitting in the power. It's really making decisions about what's the right path, the truth, the guidance is telling you to do, and it's doing it in a very logical way. It's kind of shutting off your heart a little bit, which is funny because that's falling under that Mother of Wands. So it's like someone's very inspired and charismatic, but at the same time, they're really trying to think with their head over heart. Maybe that's part of a battle. You know, maybe you guys are having a battle of head over heart where you're like, okay, do I want to take this with me? Am I making this choice? Am I not? Did I do the right thing? Was I supposed to leave that behind? Is it gone forever? Oh, Daughter of Pentacles. Okay, these two came out. We're going to take them. We have the Tower and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so, yeah, I feel like you guys are definitely up in your head right now. I'm just going to say that. Nine of Swords is the card of people that are up at night. That's like my 3 a.m. card where you just can't sleep because you can't really grasp or figure out logically what to do. And sometimes in divine connections, logic doesn't always make sense. It's not supposed to. Sometimes in these connections, it's all about soul and heart and intuition and feeling, less about the logical side of things. So we have Daughter of Pentacles on the Tower. So maybe some of you people, you could really be receiving some kind of offer. Pentacles are offers. Doesn't always have to be money. I mean, some of you could really be financially getting opportunities coming your way. Little things, but they add up big. And if this is, you know, an offer coming in from, could be an earth sign too. You know what I mean? Maybe air and earth. I mean, really, we have all signs on this table at this point. So I'm not going to... The only one that we're missing really is cups. We don't have any cups, any watery energy. Daughter of Pentacles on the Tower. Some kind of offer or opportunity comes in. I feel like it's going to shake you guys up out of your little cocoon and finally push you forward to make decisions. It's probably going to freak you the hell out too, just to be real, because Nine of Swords is, again, stressing. Cannot figure out exactly what step to make. So terrified of making any choice, we just don't do anything. You know, you don't want to make the wrong decision, so you just don't make any decisions. And I feel like when it comes to emotions, I feel like, you know, no offense, because I have a lot of Cap friends. I do. I have friends that have Cap in their chart. I have, especially family members and things like that. But when it comes to emotions, sometimes you guys can get really in your head, almost like an air sign about it. Because emotions really stir you the fuck up. And it's like, what do I do with this? So that Tower under that Hangman, Two of Wands. Something's going to come in. I feel like it's going to pull you out of that cocoon, that shell that you've been in, and really change your direction. Yeah, and you guys are going to be over in your head about this connection, the loss of this connection. Maybe scared to take a chance or step up into it. Like I said, something could come back around. You could also be getting some kind of truth, maybe having some kind of foundation that had to crumble in order to really rebuild. What else can we get for Caps for August? Feels, I mean, it doesn't feel particularly negative though. It just feels like it's scary. Like it's something that's really gonna kind of knock you off your feet a little bit. You're not expecting it. Mother of Wands, Nine of Wands. So you have your counterpart here with that Mother of Swords. Nine of Wands, sorry. Yeah, that Mother of Swords is very discerning. That I think of Lady Justice when I think of Mother of Swords. It's a very Libran energy. Just very much, I'm going to cut out shit out of my life that does not serve me. And if you're going to come to me, come correct. Come with an apology, come with communication, come in your divine power. Do not come at me with little half bits of this and that and that. That's not going to work anymore. Nine of Wands on the defense. I feel like you are going to have some defenses up when it comes to this if someone does choose to come back in and shake up your fucking world. Because, I mean, of course you're going to be defensive, right? I mean, this kind of connection, that it's hard not to be. It's hard not to. But healing is a part of these connections coming back together too. So if this is something particular that you want, I would focus on the healing and the forgiveness and the unconditional love aspect of things. I'm not telling you that if somebody's really a piece of shit and they treat me like crap and, you know, to go and forgive them because, oh, it's divine love. Like, no, I'm not saying that. I am saying that if someone does come at you correct, things have changed and shifted between the two of you. And this is something that it's been on your mind for a long time and you really haven't let it go. It might be worth letting down the guard a little bit. It doesn't have to mean you completely open your heart and get shattered again. But having the ability for someone to come at you with an apology, with communication, really being open to listening is a huge, huge part when it comes to these kind of connections. Huge. Not an easy process all the time, but it's part of it. Have Ten of Swords. Okay. Release. Ace of Pentacles. Strength card. Okay. So, again, it's going to be different for two sets of people, so we're just going to get into that. Ten of Swords. So this could be an into cycle of the stagnant, turbulent, chaotic energy. This could be a release. You or the other person. This could be a release. To moving forward, finding the strength to come forward with an opportunity, with something of substance to change things. Now, for others of you, this is going to be you having to make a decision whether or not you're going to lay down the swords and move forward with this person, or if you're not, and you're going to find the strength to leave it behind, at least for the time being. Strength card under Nine of Swords, the Lovers. I feel like you're going to find the strength to get the clarity you need. This opportunity coming in, this tower, this shake-up, pulling you out of your shell, I love how I said out of your cocoon, like out of your shell. And then the Ace of Pentacles is literally like something blooming, the seedling blooming out of it. So it could really, again, it could really knock you off your feet. Yeah, because I feel like whatever someone's coming in, communication-wise, whatever they're coming in to offer, it's not going to be light. It's not going to be light. There may be a lot of conversations, a lot of messages back and forth. Let me see. Because it feels like there's a potential for abundance here and growth, but that's whether or not this person has fully grown into their divine power and whether or not you have healed, become more discerning, and will move forward and let the guard down a little bit. Let's see. What else can we get for Cap? What else can we get? We have, sorry guys, my child's playing a game again. He's always playing the game. We know this. Yeah. So, here's the love. Here's your happiness. Here's your cycle. Okay. You've got the Father of Cups, which is the King of Cups, 10 Pentacles, and the Universe. Guys, I couldn't make this up. So there is potential here. I feel like for both of you, there are a lot of unspoken feelings, stuff that was going on underneath the surface. You know, if this is someone new coming in, if this is you leaving behind something and something new comes in, and this person's like got some air, fiery energy going on, they're definitely they're gonna rock your world because you're gonna leave behind the past hurts and pain and step forward into this. There's a lot of feelings going on underneath. A lot. There's a lot of potential for happiness here. There's a lot of potential for success and growth. And with the universe there, this is something that was destined to come across your path. All right, Cap, let me see what we can get for your oracle cards. Oneness is my true nature. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. Like I said earlier, sometimes I feel like when you guys get up in your head, it is really because you need to tune into your heart. That's just my 2 cents. Okay. I'm just not wanting to shuffle any of these apparently today. Ooh, we have water, which is funny because they're the King of Cups, and standstill. Okay, 1 second. Let me grab my book. Sorry about that. I was ill prepared. Very un-Capricorn of me. All right, so we have water. Water symbolizes purification, regeneration, birth, revival, and cleansing. It signifies an evolutionary shift from former self to new self. Many myths around the world speak of a great flood and the new life that is revealed after a deluge. Water begins without boundaries. Then, as soon as form has separated itself from water, it comes under the law of time and life, thus acquiring limitations. When water arrives, you're invited to watch your emotions. Sorry, it's just feelings below the triggers, right? Know they're going to be changeable and do not settle on a conclusion at this time. I love that. If you feel joy, feel that fully. If you feel sad, allow sadness to move through you. Water invites you to see the ebb and flow of events and trust that you can ride the wave of opportunity when it arises. Natural flow is here. Go with it. I love that because that is literally what we were just talking about. Okay, standstill. When standstill appears, it is a symbol of pausing, the act of observation and breathing space. I love that. That's right here, guys. It represents the benefit of temporary non-action, as well as what happens when one is stuck. When things seem to stall or stagnate, or when you feel stuck, the symbol appears as a reminder that constant action isn't going to get you where you want to go. Perhaps it's time to gather more information, or just wait until the universe makes the next move. No matter what, this moment is a beautiful gift orchestrated in your favor. Enjoy it. Let the universe bring all parts together for the highest good. Go and play, recharge, and take the focus off whatever has stalled. Life will get busy again for you sooner than you think. All right, Caps, y'all try not to stay too busy out there. Make sure to go within, sit still. Don't be so action-oriented. Really get in tune with yourself. All right, that's going to be it, Caps. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the month, and I will see you in a couple weeks. Love and light.